Hey, how's it going, ladies and gentlemen? Hope you're having a fan-fucking-tastic day during what is just weird-ass, strange, and I suppose dangerous times in the world. Us three gents right here across two different nations are going to talk to you guys about Star Wars, The Clone Wars, Season 7, Episode 4. I would say this is a light spoiler review. We usually don't get too down and dirty into the spoilers, but because we get a little bit down and dirty, it's almost kind of like going skinny dipping, but only, with nobody around, so it's not as dangerous. We are here to talk to you about Clone Wars Season 7, Episode 4. On my far right-hand side, Fizz, how's it going, man?
It's going. It's been an interesting week, to say the least.
Yes, I'd like to go back earlier in the week where you said...
Can we just go back to 2019?
Quote, "This is not a world pandemic." And so I'm just going to take this moment to blame you for everything shutting down. The NHL, your fault. The MLB, your fault. The XFL, probably would have shut down on its own time anyway, but your fault. It's all your fault. Got to blame somebody, right? So, also joining us this evening, the man in the middle of the two Canadians. He's the American Oreo filling in between us. It's Tommy B. What's happening, man?
Yeah, I'm not too big a fan of Oreos. They taste too artificial. But no, in all seriousness, hey, it's tough times right now. Tough times. I work for public school systems, so
I work for the private.
We're shutting down
system,
for next week.
I'm the 1% of people that haven't been affected yet, but I think are going to be affected by this. It'd just be weird if they didn't shut down and follow suit. That would be a level of ignorance I couldn't even begin to describe.
A lot of angry emails will be coming in after that one.
Hey, I'm looking forward to 3 weeks off. I mean, down here in my little office that we've put together, you guys are in your respective offices. Hopefully you guys have enough toilet paper, because let me tell you, the crap that I've seen and the crap that I witnessed this morning is for another video.
Crap.
But there's just some lunacy going on out there in the world. But what is not lunacy was this episode, which I thought was a really solid episode of the Clone Wars. I thought that maybe it's probably the second best episode we've gotten out of the 4 so far. Somewhere between 2 and 3, definitely not the worst. Wasn't the best, but I really, really liked it. I have some things I want to nitpick on. I'm sure you guys have some things you want to nitpick on. We better watch out how much we let Mcmahon talk, or the Clone Wars might be canceled again next. But, it is what it is. The way we like to do things here, though, ladies and gentlemen, is towards the end of the episode, we're going to rate the episode out of 7. That's right, we do things in 7. Because we're weird and we just randomly picked the number 7. So we're going to rate this episode out of 7 towards the end of the video. This is not a long video, 10-15 minutes at most. But we like to start off with things we liked about this episode. So Fizz, I'm going to throw it to you. What did you like about this episode? Here we go. Clone Wars is canceled.
No, I mean,
I'm not anything.
No, I'm not gonna go that far. It was an okay episode. It wasn't great. It was good. It was middle for me. And
if it was middle,
but no, good
why
thing
isn't it rated 3.5 by you? I know, spoiler alert, he did not rate the episode 3.5, and he's saying it's in the middle. This is fake news.
Well, because I'm eclectic and my scale is my own. I'll put it wherever I want on my scale. Okay. No, I mean it was an okay good episode. It wasn't okay bad. Like it's not something, it's not when you go somewhere for dinner and the food's okay. It was actually okay. It was fun. I'll watch it again. It was okay. No, I mean good. The interaction, getting Echo back out there was something I was concerned about. But I actually enjoy the interplay with him and the Bad Batch. I enjoyed a great deal.
I thought that what they did at the end of the episode between those two was, meaning Echo and the Bad Batch, was very fitting. Story-wise, the pieces
Yeah.
connected. It made a lot of sense. But it didn't sound like McMahon had a whole lot to say about what he liked about this episode. Let's move it on to a guy who usually hates everything. Maybe he likes something in this episode. It's Tommy B, man. Tell us, what did you like about this episode?
Well, I will tell you right now. I really loved the dark foreshadowing we got out of Anakin, even darker than usual. That was pretty interesting. He just disemboweled him right then and there with his lightsaber, ending his life like that. I also really liked that one Windu line. What did he think was going to happen? All the droids were just going to defy their programming and put down their arms? Like, come on. That was a pretty good scene right there. Him and Obi-Wan going at it. Yeah, those were my highlights, to tell you the truth. The ending, while it worked, it could have been a little better.
The audience right now that's watching live or watching the recorded version of this later on YouTube is currently going, why the hell are you guys being so vague? This says spoiler review as my cell phone went and died on me. So that's what happens when you don't plug it into a charger and you think you have it plugged into the charger. So since you guys are haters and didn't like almost anything about this episode, it sounds like, I loved the visuals. I thought it was the best visual episode yet. When Wrecker blows up the three ships there, the visuals that was a step up for Clone Wars. I really enjoyed that. I really liked the interplay in the episode between the Bad Batch and Echo, and how there was them logically questioning where his alliances were, which the others weren't really doing that, and I felt like it should have been common sense that they should have been doing that. I'm going to disagree with Tommy B. I found Mace Windu really annoying in this episode. But then again, I find Mace Windu annoying and kind of blame him for part of the Jedi's downfall and his ignorance and arrogance. So, my favorite part of the episode, though, not just the sniper shot, which took them all out, and Wrecker's like, oh. But my favorite part of the episode is when the droid's like, not the face, not the face. That was hilarious. Come on, that made me laugh. That was good shit. That was good. Oh, there it is. Swear jar already. Forget that I can't.
You started the show with an F-bomb.
Oh, well, I mean, that's different now. That's part of
yes.
the intro. I can't change that. Can't change that. I'm not used to streaming live on the page. If we were on the Fandom Empire page right now, we could do that. By the way, ladies and gentlemen, if you haven't yet, type in Fandom Empire on your Facebook bar and head on over there and give our page a like. We got lots of good stuff coming over there. Star Wars, Halloween, Supernatural, Marvel, DC, updates on some of the stuff that Corona's affecting. More importantly, though, take a second to go over to YouTube and type in Fandom Empire and subscribe to our channel. We have lots of content coming out. We have content coming out today on Star Wars, content coming out today on Halloween, and maybe a skit video or two. So we're gonna launch about 4 videos today. That's gonna be some real good stuff that comes your way. I wanted to say shit, but oh well, I just said shit. Look at that. Can't help it. Ben can find me later. All right, I believe it's time to get into our scores for the. Actually, how about this? Was there anything you guys didn't like about this episode that made you go, you know what, it's not really working for me?
Not really. I mean, not for me anyway.
While I enjoyed the ending, an element of it that I did not like was, it was the Bad Batch being critical of Echo. They were critical of Echo before they even found him, just denouncing another Reg who's dead, even though he wasn't dead,
Can you blame him,
and
though?
just suddenly now,
Yeah, I was gonna say I understand
no,
that.
no.
You know, he's been
now suddenly he's all better. He's hey, why don't you join our crew? And so they write Echo off of the probably we should say write Echo and the Bad Batch off the Clone Wars just like that, and maybe they come back later in an Order 66 comment.
Well, yeah, maybe. There's a lot of people that seem to think Order 66 is going to happen during the Clone Wars this final season. I don't
Yeah.
know. You
Oh
think it's
yeah,
gonna
definitely.
happen?
But it just depends how will they be
Oh,
included.
I don't
how
think
will
it's
they?
happening. I don't think we're seeing it on screen.
Yeah, I don't
I'm all
think so
for
at
it.
all.
If it happens, sure. Give me an extended
Really?
look on Order 66. Give me events that are happening at the same time as Revenge of the Sith. Sign me up for that. I'm totally game for that. But what I'm not going to do is sit here like so many people have over the last month or so and advertise it as fact that we're going to see Order 66 during the Clone Wars this season, because at the moment, I see absolutely nothing that insinuates that it's going to happen. Even when you look at the facts, the episode titles, the 3 different arcs that we're getting, I don't see where they fit that in. It doesn't make much sense to me between the Maul stuff and Siege of Mandalore, and
So what do you anticipate happening then? Them, the credits roll of the last episode and the Chancellor's being kidnapped.
That's how I would like it to end.
No.
I'm still okay if we get stuff during Revenge of the Sith. That would make a lot of sense to me. But at the same time, I have a feeling this is going to end before the Chancellor's kidnapped. Not saying it should. I'm against that. I think we should get a little more in-depth than that. But at the end of the day, I don't see this running as cohesively as a lot of people are saying it's going to. For me, it's like the proof is where the pudding is, and I'm not seeing a whole lot of pudding. I'm just seeing fucking disgusting yogurt.
I'm not seeing a whole lot of proof either.
It sounds more like if wishes were fishes, the world would be an ocean, rather than it is factual things that are coming out of there. And, we'll... oh, my God, the planet just swallowed Mcmahon. He's back. Literally, it swallowed you whole. You were into the black a hole.
Yeah, it's fun when you're playing with backgrounds and you just turn just far enough.
Oh,
Your
he's
face
gone.
disappears and poof, you're gone.
He's gone. He canceled himself. Wow. All right. Well, it's that time to get to the scores of the episode. And for the first time ever, all 3 of us are on the same page, even though it certainly didn't sound like it with how we reviewed that episode. 5 out of 7 across the board for all of us. Not sure what that makes for percentage. Fizz, you want to search that up really quickly? I forgot to include the percentage bar. I don't think that'll be the highest rated episode for us yet. But it also won't be the lowest. So we'll see what happens there. I want to remind everybody, while Mcmahon's searching up the percentage for the episode here, that if you haven't checked us out on Facebook, check us out, Fandom Empire, give our page a like, all sorts of content going on there. The number one thing happening over at Fandom Empire right now is our Star Wars March Madness bracket. We're doing who is the best Star Wars character. I keep seeing people say, this should have been seeded, and that guy could never beat this person one-on-one in a fight. It's like, no, he probably couldn't. But this is about the best character, not about who would win in a fight. And some interesting things going over there. We're going to do a video on that soon. Might get one of those out today. I might see how much time Fizz has on him here. And
it's actually 71.4. So I think that might be the highest rated.
Second highest rated, because you weren't in last week.
Okay, I wouldn't know then. So. But yeah.
But yeah, so it's is what it is. We got lots of March Madness stuff coming. We have one more division to get through on round 1. Those matchups will be announced a little later on today. But for our Clone Wars review here, that is going to do it for us fine folk at the Fandom Empire. That's Fizz on the right-hand side. In the middle is Tommy B. I'm Sage. Don't forget, you can check us out on Facebook, Fandom Empire. If you're a Halloween fan, Halloween Kills 2020, Star Wars The High Republic News, Supernatural Revisited, Darth Revan. We have our groups there on the right-hand side. You can also check us out on Twitter, at Fandom Empire, and the same for Instagram as well. We'll be back next Friday with the review of Star Wars The Clone Wars Season 7, Episode 5. That's going to do it for us. And have a good bleeping. That's right, bleeping. I censored myself. day. Bon voyage. Peace. Stay clean, my friends. Wash your hands. Don't hog all the toilet.